Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of gastric measures. How do I want to say this now? My whenever I can find the time to do it, but I'll really try to do it every week or every other week. Video series documenting my journey through having VSG or vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Please subscribe, click the like button if you want. You can also follow me on Instagram at gastric_measures. I've been doing some cool stuff over there, having live conversations with people, just kind of about life, but they're all mostly weight loss surgery patients, but it's been a good time. So, let me do the stats real quick, and I'm doing this kind of on the fly. Last night I did one of those live conversations with Grace from Grace Gets Gastric, and she pointed out that I have not posted a video in a month, and I had a little time to kill, so here I am, but I'm not very prepared, so this is going to be improvised. Let's see, so it's been a month, right? That's what I said. So in the past, I weighed in this morning. My starting weight was 447. That was my highest weight as well. That's my weight when I took my pre-surgery class. They weigh you in, and that's the weight my surgeon has been using, so that's the weight I'm using. Based on that weight, I weighed in at 354.4 this morning, which is a total loss of 92.6 pounds, and it's a loss since surgery it's a loss since surgery of 57.6 pounds. My 3-month surgiversary is tomorrow, so that's the math I'm using there. And it's a loss since last month when I did these, did one of these, of 17.6 pounds according to my fitness pal. It's only a 1 pound loss since last week. And that's the main reason I decided to do another video and to start doing videos again. Quiet you. I went through something, well, it's not the first time I've gone through it, but I went through something interesting today that gave me some stuff to think about. I'm going to take my seatbelt off because I'm parked. So I lost a pound this week. Last week, I think I lost, let me get the exact number for you, but last week it was more than that. Yeah, the week before I lost 5 pounds. The week before that, I lost a pound. And the week before that, I lost a pound. And the week before that, I lost 7 pounds. So, a loss is a loss is a loss. That's absolutely how I feel about it. That's absolutely the way I look at it. As long as the scale is moving downward, that's what is important. But it's hard when you're sacrificing. And, I guess to be honest, I haven't been sacrificing as much as one would think with this surgery. I don't eat everything that I want to eat. And the things I do eat that I shouldn't, I have a couple bites or one bite or, enough to satisfy me. Enough to satisfy me so I don't feel like I denied myself something without, going overboard or even going bored. I don't know a better way to say that. So, still the 1 pound it's disappointing, and I don't want it to be. I want to celebrate that pound and celebrate every pound that comes off. And I don't want this to just be about I don't want this to just be about the number on the scale. I bought some new clothes. I have to go pick up tomorrow at JCPenney. I bought 3 new shirts, and they are 2 sizes smaller than what I was wearing. Well, the polo's 1 size smaller. The button-up shirts are 2 sizes smaller than what I was wearing. I'm not positive they'll fit, but they're the same size as other shirts I'm wearing that do fit, so I don't see why they wouldn't. And I feel better. I noticed this morning walking to my car, or not this morning, just now walking to my car after work, how much quicker I was walking, how much more, ease there was to my gait. And I noticed that when I go for walks. Hell, last week I ran 30 seconds on the treadmill. It was really hard. My shin hurt for the rest of the day, but I did it. And I did it because my friend Liz told me, she's Sleeves Lizzie on Instagram, told me in the first live chat I ever did that if you run 30 seconds, then you're a runner. So now I'm a runner. So, I'm going to eat more brunches and have medals and stuff because I was married to a runner, and that's my perception of what running was, because I was the race partner, race spouse, race boyfriend who stayed at the finish line and then watched her get medals and then got to go out to brunch. So yeah, running is about brunch and medals. So bring those on now that I'm a runner. But yeah, I want to be excited about a pound loss because it's a pound I'll never have to see again. But it is hard. It's hard when I have to scrape the toppings off of pizza in order to enjoy it, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's hard when I have to make those changes. It's hard when I have to make those modifications and think so much about the things that I'm eating and like strategize my day so that I can have this thing or that thing, or just vary up my food from day to day. It sucks to have to think that much about it for a pound. Those weeks that I lose 5 or 6 pounds in a week, I'm like, all the strategizing was worth it. For a pound, not so much. Now, I'm not surprised that I only lost a pound. I was not very good this week. I wasn't bad. What I wasn't doing was tracking everything I ate. I have a grazing problem, and I'm firmly aware of it. I haven't grazed at all today, but what's got to happen is that I've got to track everything that I eat. So if I'm going to graze, if I'm going to eat a single cracker, or if I'm going to eat, whatever, it's got to go in my app. It's just got to. And I've got to use that number accurately. This weekend, my girlfriend and I, yes, I said girlfriend. That's a new development. But this week, my girlfriend and I went to Eastern Market, which is a farmer's market in Detroit, which is totally cool, and I love it down there. And I kind of said, like, look, I'm having a protein bar for breakfast, and we're going to walk around all day. I think I got like 9 or 10,000 steps that day when my average is 6 to 7. And so, anything that we sample, if we, sample cheeses or nuts or, fruit or meat, whatever, I'm not going to worry about tracking it. I'm going to track the things that I can track accurately. I know we went for burgers for lunch. I know how much my burger weighed, and I know how much I ate of it. And so I can track that easily. I know what I had for dinner and what was in it, so I can track that easily. But the, cube of multigrain bread with a spread of goat cheese and a couple pea shoots. I tried pea shoots. That's a green thing I ate. How do you track that? It's hard, and I don't want to, become that obsessive, but I have to start doing better about that stuff. So yeah. I tried 3 new foods this past week. I tried, like I said, pea shoots. I tried cauliflower, which I've had cauliflower before. I don't love it. I think it's another texture thing. I may just have to find a different texture, because there's a shop in Eastern Market. Like, Eastern Market is a big farmer's market, but there's also a bunch of stores. It's a permanent fixture, and there's a bunch of stores around it. It's not like a pop-up or farmer's market. And there's a store down there called DeVries, and it's been there for like 100 years. And it's set up kind of like a general store, but it's kind of a specialty shop now. And they have a cheesemonger there. It's like 200 and something different kinds of cheese they sell. And they sell all these specialty crackers and breads and groceries and stuff like that. Ethnic foods, things like that. And on Saturdays, when Eastern Market's real busy, they have, I guess the guy's probably a chef. I don't know. He looks like a chef. He's got the chef hat, making little things for people to sample using their products. So this time he had roasted cauliflower that he had mixed up in a frying pan with dill Havarti and then he would give you a bite, and he would touch it with like 2 drops of a Meyer lemon olive oil. And I was like, oh, I told him when I walked up, I said, I don't like, aside from the olive oil, I don't like any of the components you're using because I don't like dill. But I'd still like to try this. And I did, and I had to swallow it like a pill. I chewed it a little bit, and the texture was bugging me, and I couldn't bring myself to swallow it. So I had to take my water bottle and take a swig of water and swallow it that way. And the reason I think it's a texture issue is because after I did that, like, the flavor stuck around a little bit, and I didn't mind it. Also, my ex-wife, she made us cauliflower soup once, and I totally liked it. I'd need crackers and stuff for it because that's how I am with soup, but I totally like that. So I really do think cauliflower is a texture thing, and I've just got to figure out the right texture. I also, like I said, the pea shoots. Pea shoots were kind of good. I don't know what exactly you'd use them for, but, a sprig of them on this bread with chèvre, herb chèvre cheese. Is it chèvre or chèvre? I don't know. Do you like the way I ask you guys questions like you can hear me, or like you're gonna answer me right now? It was good, and I did ask the guy, I was like, what else would you use pea shoots for? And he was like, on a burger, or this, or that. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I was recording my podcast the next day, Sunday morning, at my friend Johnny's house, my podcast partner, and his girlfriend made a coffee run for us and also picked up breakfast for the 2 of them, and he had a gyro meat omelet. Now, I've talked about eggs skeeve me out. The only application I know of that I've had eggs is French toast, and if French toast is overly eggy, it tastes like blood or pennies to me, and I don't know if that's an accurate description of the flavor, but that's how it was. He told me, he said, well, that's probably because in a French toast, the egg doesn't get all the way cooked, and it's just the egg on bread. And so he said, he got a gyro meat omelet, and I was like, could I try it? So he let me take a bite, and so here's what happened. I made sure there was eggs on my bite, but there was so much gyro meat, and gyro meat is very tasty. There was so much gyro meat in this omelet that was the primary thing that I tasted. So I didn't know that I couldn't say, oh, maybe I do like eggs. But then I was talking to my mom about it, and she said, yeah, I don't like just scrambled eggs. I can't stand them, but I'll eat an omelet because of all the other stuff in the omelet basically take away any flavor of eggs. So maybe I'll try an omelet sometime. Or maybe, if I'm out to breakfast and somebody gets an omelet, I'll take a bite. We'll get there. I have a team lunch tomorrow. I don't know. It's at like a fancy schmancy place, and I don't know what that entails, but depending on what it is, I may try some new foods. The place is a buffet type. It's the fancy schmancy, but it's a buffet, and I think they have a menu, and I don't know which one we're doing tomorrow. If we're doing the buffet, maybe I'll try some shit. So those were the main things I wanted to talk about. It was just the grazing thing for sure. It's a problem, but it's a problem I'm going to try to nip in the bud. And the 1 pound loss is I want to celebrate that. I hate not feeling good about losing weight. I think that's everything. For right now, I'm going to try to do more of these. And I think one thing that would really help me get better content in my videos would be to, jot down thoughts through the week and then try to record. Life has just been hectic, and it seems like every time I had 20 minutes or a half hour to sit down and shoot one of these, I would rather have played video games or read. So I'll talk to you guys later. I may be doing a cool video, but I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to promise anything. So bye-bye, and I'll see you guys soon.